I think that's something that makes you really special as a business owner, is you're looking out for their best interest.
Totally.
Welcome to Savvy Home Sellers. Today we're going to talk about 3 ways to save money with staging. My name is Nikki Tamifuna. I'm a realtor here in Southern California.
Hey, I'm Laura Palacios, Realtor and Stager in Southern California. Okay, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about 3 ways that you're going to save money with staging. Now, you might be thinking, if I'm staging a home, that's going to cost me money. I already have furniture in my house. What is this person going to come tell me? And how can they save me money by spending money?
Agreed.
We're going to show you.
Agreed. And I think that when people think of staging, they think spending money. This video is really about how Laura can come into the project and show you ways to save money with the entire project. I'm excited.
Yeah. And when you're getting your home ready to sell, you might be thinking, or a contractor might come in, and I'm talking about like a general contractor might come in and tell you, oh, you need to refinish the cabinets. You should redo the flooring here. Now you're cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Your pricing is going up and up and up. But a stager is really going to look at it with different eyes. We're going to say what's worth spending the money on, what's not worth spending the money on, because you're going to see a return when the house looks ready and very, very good in pictures and very good at open houses. Regardless if you've made those updates and those renovations, you're going to see the value.
Yes.
Because we're comparing it with homes on the market. That's so important. And I don't talk to clients as much about comparative properties, but it is important to see. Most of the time, my clients have already talked about that with their agent.
Right.
They've looked at comps. They see, okay, well, my house doesn't have as much renovations as that house. Or maybe my kitchen looks way better than that comparative house. So that's what we want to start talking about, the nitty gritty of how does your house size up to the comparative properties in the neighborhood? And then we can talk about staging. Okay, what do we need to do to the house to get your value up?
And the homeowner, you as the homeowner, you're thinking to yourself, the number one thing you're thinking of is, what am I going to net? If you don't know what that means the amount of money you're going to walk away with. You want to know, how much am I paying in taxes? How much am I paying in commission? That is the number one question we get as realtors, is what's your commission? Guess what? I'm here to help you net the most amount of money. I'm bringing someone like Laura in that can help you get the most value out of your home so that your net is the most amount of money and you can take that to the next place that you're moving to.
I am very confident that whatever you spend in staging, you're going to double it. You're going to get your return.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to return your money back and double that. So I know that it's worth it. And my clients, the realtors that use my staging, we know that it works.
It works.
Okay, so number one thing that we can do to save you money when you're staging is to reuse items that you already have. Look, I'm not trying to win any kind of design awards when I'm staging a property.
She could, though. You could.
I could if I tried. It depends what the project is, but what we're trying to do is get the house put together. Now, when the house is staged, you might be surprised how bland it looks. Like, it looks empty. It might not even look like your house anymore when we've staged it. But reusing items that you have, that means that I don't have to bring additional items. I might not have to bring as big of a truck, as many people to move stuff. So that will save you money.
Yeah, and another thing that you've taught me as a realtor is you might already have that piece of furniture that fit perfectly in that spot. And so why take that out of the homeowner's home to then you as the stager come and replace it? And that looked beautiful. It fit already. It was fitting for the home and the style of the home. So it's a great point.
It is. And I know that a designer doesn't think of things the same way as a stager does. A designer might come in and say, oh no, we need a light piece, a light,
a light piece, like it's not heavy, or like lighting.
Like, we're talking about a 10-foot bookcase, right? And it's heavy and it's bolted to the wall. And now the designer comes in, no, that needs to be white and it's black. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Right. It's already there. It fits perfectly. What we can do is we can add light pieces inside of it to brighten it up.
And give it balance too, right?
And balance it out. And it will be fine. Those types of things, we have to think about what makes sense.
And also what makes sense to show the features of the home. That's something you've taught me in the past is we're not here to show your furniture or Laura's furniture, but to showcase the home. Remember that buyer is going online, looking at the photos first on every one of those websites that has properties for sale. So they're looking there first, swiping right, swiping left. They like it, they love it, they hate it, whatever. And so you're showcasing that home, that fireplace, that view, maybe I don't know, the flooring, the vaulted ceilings, whatever it is that home has.
I consult with the realtor sometimes. That 10-foot bookcase, I might say, look, this 10-foot bookcase, it's in a niche. It's in a niche, it's in a niche part of the house. What are we losing? Is this supposed to be a dining space? And now we can't use it as a dining space because there's a bookcase there. And the realtor might say, no, we're going to get more value if this becomes a secondary dining space. Okay, now we have something to talk about.
Right.
But when it comes to just aesthetic factors, there are other things that we can do to reuse your existing items.
Great. All right.
Okay, and the number two way that you can save money with staging is perhaps not staging the entire house. I definitely think that we want to stage the main living room, the main dining room, the primary bedroom and ensuite or bathroom. And those, as long as you're focused there, then you're going to do a great job. Everything else is supplemental. So the secondary bedroom, yes, I would say let's just do it, because then you can show there's a second living space. The third bedroom, I would say, as an office. That would always be my third choice, is an office. What do you think?
I agree with whatever my stager says to do. I am one of those realtors that has a team and trusts my team, and I'm leaning into their expertise. And so if you said do it this way, I would say absolutely go for it.
Okay. I love
Because
that.
ultimately, you're there as my team member to help my client net the most money, profit the most, so they can move to their next home.
I like when the clients have many ideas that they can have in that home. Like, okay, I can work here, I can live here, I can have kids here, I can have my friends here. I want them to think about every stage of life and see themselves in that space, without making any specific connotation as to who should be living there. It doesn't matter who lives there, but that everybody has a lot of inspiration when they're walking in. Now, if you have that bonus room, this is the hardest space to stage. The bonus room could be playroom, or it could be additional office space, or it could be a guest suite. So there are many things we can do, and those conversations we have together with the homeowner, the realtor, and the stager.
Yeah, and to save money using that extra bonus space, or if you, like you said, a bonus room, it might even be appropriate for that realtor to put, say, renderings or pictures of how the previous family have used it. I think we've had that before, where it's like they had it as a pool table in there, like a game room for the family, and then as the family grew, they made it into like offices, like Laura said. So showing photos of how it's been used in the past and displaying them in a professional way, maybe on the wall, saying something like, this is how this room can be used. It gives that buyer that opportunity to envision themselves living in that home.
That's a great point. I love that. And then the way I like to see it is a poster board, like a PVC, a thick board on an easel. And it's standing in like the corner of the room. When you walk in, you see that, and then you see the room, and you already have some connections to make. And then don't forget, so if you're not going to stage a room, make sure it's the smallest one. Usually the smallest room is the one that's designated for the office, because it has the smallest closet. So think about that, and then, start with the most important rooms first, and then work your way. If we have the budget to stage the whole house, it does look really put together and clean, but it's not absolutely necessary. So depending how many rooms you have, consult with me, and I'm happy to direct you the right way.
And I have seen you stage little tiny spaces like lofts and things, or nooks of homes, just super cute. So I agree. If you have the budget to stage the whole home, do it.
Okay, my new favorite thing to stage is outdoor storage.
Oh yeah.
What are those called?
Like a tiny home, but it's not a tiny home.
Yeah, it looks like a little playhouse, but it's a storage unit. Right? With that's like a barn door or something like that. But I like to make it look like a miniature house, so it looks like kids would play there, or same thing, just to spur the imagination.
Yeah. Perfect. I
Mhm.
love it.
Oh.
Our number 3 tip is
Timing.
yes.
Time your staging with your stager.
Prepare.
Prepare in
Plan
advance.
ahead.
Bring me in as early as you can, way before the house is cleaned out. Don't worry about there being things all over the place. What I'm there is just to take inventory of the items that we're going to reuse and come up with a good plan.
Mhm.
Depending on the style of the house, it might take me longer to shop for items, or I can do it the next day. If you plan with me, if you're very close with me and plan accordingly, I'm going to be able to hopefully save you a lot of money because I can coordinate a pickup with your staging. That's kind of behind the scenes.
BTS.
This is BTS information right here.
So your meaning by pickup is, tell us what that means.
So I might be picking up a home. Let's say I'm picking up a 4-bedroom home.
Picking up all of the furniture and the items in it that you use.
That I've
to
already
stage.
staged. Let's say I'm picking up a staging that's been there for 40 days, and now I'm going to stage your house in the next 3 days. Well, I might want to coordinate that perfectly so that I can bring items from that staging. That gives me more inventory to choose from for your house. So there are a lot of nuances and behind the scenes information that I'm looking at on my inventory sheet in my warehouse that could help you save money with your staging.
Okay.
So please coordinate with me closely.
Yeah. Planning ahead, I would say, is number 1 for anybody that is thinking about moving, period. Planning ahead, whether that's the other videos that we've talked about in terms of cleaning out doors and drawers and closets and things like that. When it comes to saving money, your plan ahead. Plan ahead.
Plan ahead. Flexibility can take you very far.
Yes.
If you have a stager that is like me and is also very flexible. Okay, we're so excited to help you with your next project. Whether you are selling your home or you're looking for that next home to buy, we're going to be there to help guide you throughout the whole process.
Right, exactly. And with this video, 3 ways to save money with staging, that's absolutely what we're here for, is to help you plan that time, plan that move, plan getting your home ready for sale, and then that move wherever you're going, whether it's out of the area or into a bigger home, maybe even you're downsizing to a smaller home. We're here for you the whole way in terms of planning and saving you money.
Huge.
To book your free consultation, our number is on the screen. It's in the information below. We look forward to meeting you and working with you in your design project and helping you move into your new home.
See you next time.
See you soon.
Do you want to say your last name?
Oh, dang it. I can't even notice I did because I'm like Cher, Madonna, Nikki,
Sting.
Awesome. I'm excited about this one. I know I'm going to try not to say excited, but I can't help it.
I'm going to try not to cry.
Like, oh. All right. Hey, thank you for including savvy home sellers in your next home selling project.
See you next time for more information on how to get your home ready to sell.
Like and subscribe.
And follow us for more savvy home seller content.
See you soon.